So, here's the thing about K-dramas. No matter how epic the storyline is or how heartbreaking the OST makes you sob at 3 a.m., sometimes it's the kisses that end up stealing the entire show. And let's be real, K-drama kisses aren't just kisses, they're events, they're moments. They're the clips we replay on TikTok, dissect in group chats, and maybe even secretly compare to our own love lives, no judgment. From accidental lip crashes that made our hearts do a double flip, to those slow burn confessions where the kiss was so earned it felt like winning the lottery, these scenes have gone viral for really good reasons. We're talking iconic rooftop moments, umbrella kisses, the type of chemistry that makes you scream, "Just date already," at your screen. And guess what? Today, we're breaking down 12 K-drama kisses that didn't just melt our hearts. They basically broke the internet. Get ready for all the feels, some secondhand swooning, and maybe even a little jealousy. Let's dive into the list. 1. What's wrong with Secretary Kim, the kiss that rewrote K-drama history? Okay, K-drama fans, let's start strong with the kiss scene that lives rent-free in our heads and still pops up on everyone's recommended list. It's not just a kiss, it's a moment, a cultural reset, a romantic explosion that nearly 400 million viewers, and counting, have watched, rewatched, and probably memorized. Yep, we're talking about that heart-stopping scene between Park Seo Joon and Park Min Young in What's Wrong with Secretary Kim. So, what's the setup? Park Seo Joon plays Lee Young-joon, the ridiculously handsome, laughably narcissistic vice chairman of a major company. His world goes into meltdown mode when his longtime secretary Kim Mi-so, played by the ever-charming Park Min Young, suddenly announces she's quitting. Cue total panic, and one of the best "I never realized how much I need you" plot spirals we've ever seen. From there, it's a roller coaster of epic office banter, accidental hand grazes, lingering stares, and deliciously slow burn tension that had us screaming at the screen. Just kiss already. And then, finally, episode 13 delivered. Young Joon corners Miso, backs her against the wall, yes, a classic K-drama move, and leans in with purpose. The kiss starts out slow, gentle, magnetic, full of those "we've waited so long for this" vibes. Then, bam, it builds. His hand tenderly cups her face. Her arms wrap around him, and suddenly it goes from cute to, "Oh wow, is it getting warm in here?" And 6 years later, that one single kiss still holds its crown. YouTube views keep climbing, fans still gush about it in the comments, and newer rom-coms still try to recapture that magic. But let's be honest, this one's in a league of its own. Legendary doesn't even begin to cover it. 2. Good Boy, the kiss that left us KO'd in episode 14. Good Boy gave us a romantic sucker punch we did not see coming, and we are still on the floor. Episode 14 delivered a kiss so unexpected, so electric, it sent the entire fandom into full-blown meltdown mode. You came for the action comedy, the redemption arcs, the Olympic champs turned cops. But what you got? A kiss scene that deserves its own medal. Let's set the stage. Good Boy, 2025, is already one of the year's breakout hits, blending action, heart, and a whole lot of underdog spirit. The story follows a squad of former Olympic medalists who swap podiums for police badges in a bold, elite recruitment program. Leading the charge is Yoon Dong-ju, played by Park Bo-gum, a gold medal-winning boxer whose career got KO'd by scandal. Then there's Han Na, played by Kim So-hyun, a former air rifle champ with a heart of steel and dreams of following in her late father's cop-sized footsteps. Up until episode 14, things were all about justice, teamwork, and simmering tension between Dong-ju and Han Na. But then, it happened. The kiss, the knockout we never saw coming. In a scene that honestly should be studied in romance labs, Dong-ju throws out a cheeky, "Should I kiss you?" like it's no big deal. But before Han Na, or us, can recover, he gently nudges her onto the couch and leans in with that killer combo of swagger and softness only Park Bo-gum can pull off. What followed was a kiss so intense, so charged, it practically short-circuited the internet. Within 48 hours, that one scene racked up over 1 million views and 10,000 plus likes on Twitter X. And that's just the beginning. Fans flooded the comments with demands. More romance, more kisses, more everything. 3. When the phone rings, the mukbang kiss that left us speechless. Some dramas get people talking because they're flawless. Others, because they're messy, mysterious, and impossible to stop watching. When the phone rings is firmly in the second category. But if there's one thing everyone agreed on, it's that the kiss scenes were next level. And episode 7? Episode 7 gave us a kiss so emotionally charged, so downright feral, fans started calling it a mukbang kiss. Yep, as in, they were devouring each other. We've got Park Seo Joon, played by Yoo Yeon-seok, a beloved news anchor living in a cold arranged marriage with Hong Hee-joo, played by Chae Soo-bin. She's a brilliant sign language interpreter with a traumatic past and selective mutism, emotionally locked in a cage she can't seem to break out of. Now, here comes the twisty plot bomb. Hee-joo has been secretly calling her own husband, using the alias 406 and pretending to be a kidnapper. Not for revenge, not for manipulation, just to hear her own voice matter to someone. Him, specifically. When Seon finally puts the puzzle together, you expect fireworks, betrayal, rage, maybe a dramatic storm walk-off. But instead, he asked her to meet him at Namsan Tower. What follows is the kind of emotionally loaded confrontation that could only be written for K-drama greatness. Hee-joo, racked with guilt, softly asks, "Why don't you hate me?" And Seon, cool on the surface but internally shattered, drops the line that literally made fandom scream, "Tell me how to hate you and not love you, Hong Hee-joo." Then the kiss happens. And it's not just any kiss. This isn't a polite network peck or a gently timed lean-in. Nope. This is raw, desperate, soul-clawing need. It's the kind of kiss that feels almost too intimate to watch, like we stumbled onto a private moment not meant for public consumption. Fans dubbed it the mukbang kiss for a reason. They weren't just kissing, they were feasting on each other's regret, love, and pain. 4th business proposal. Let's give a standing ovation for the true scene stealers of Business Proposal, Young Seo and Sung Hoon, played by the electric duo Seol Ina and Kim Min-gyu. Forget the main couple for a second. These two brought the fire, the fun, and one kiss scene that had the internet collectively yelling, "Rewind that." Here's the setup. After a night of drinks, flirty tension, and questionable decision-making, young Seo wakes up in Sung Hoon's apartment, wearing his shirt and having zero memory of what went down. Panic mode activated. She bolts out of there like a rom-com tornado, leaving a very confused and low-key heartbroken Sung Hoon behind. But the universe wasn't done with them yet. Fast forward to the scene. Young Seo shows up at his door, a whole mess of nerves, hair flips, and emotional chaos. She confesses that while she doesn't remember what happened that night, she wants to. Because guess what? She likes him. A lot. Cue Sung Hoon turning off the brakes. No more playing cool, no more silent pining. He hits her and us with the line that should be in the K-drama Hall of Fame. "I'll make sure you remember this time." Whew, spine equals tingled. Then it happens, the kiss. It starts tender, like he's easing her into it. But then it builds, it deepens, it gets hungry, passionate, flushed cheeks and roving hands. You're thinking, wow, they're really going for it, when suddenly he pauses, takes off his glasses, and dives right back in. That one simple move, instant K-drama history. Social media imploded. It was intimate in that forget we're even filming kind of way. And that glasses moment, completely improvised. Yup, Kim Min-gyu just wanted to make the scene easier to shoot, but ended up delivering one of the most iconic unscripted moments in drama land. 5. A Good Day to Be a Dog. Closet kiss chaos. Here's the setup. Park Gyu Young plays Han Hai-na, a high school teacher with a very inconvenient magical curse. Whenever she kisses someone, she turns into a dog. The only fix? She has to kiss that same person again, or the curse sticks. Romantic, right? Except the guy she accidentally kisses is her coworker Jin Seo-won, played by Cha Eun-woo in full handsome robot mode, who has a traumatic fear of dogs. Naturally, because it's a K-drama. By episode 9, they're officially an item, secretly of course, trying to sneak kisses and cuddles around a school that might as well have a no fun allowed policy. The principal is on constant PDA patrol, and they're doing their best to fly under the radar. So when they plan a private night at Seo Won's place, fans thought, finally, a sweet, quiet moment. Maybe some cuddling, a soft kiss. But then, crash. In barges his best friend and his mischievous nephew. Mood equals absolutely wrecked. In true K-drama fashion, Harna does what any heroine with too many feelings and no options would do. She hides in the closet, literally, like an awkward, love-struck ninja. Once everyone finally dozes off, Seo Won sneaks into the room, gently opens the closet door, and there she is, curled up, barely awake, looking too adorable for his self-control. He touches her face, she kisses his hand, and that's the moment. The switch flips. The kiss begins. Software, careful, whisper light. And then it deepens. Suddenly, they're tangled up between coats and sweaters, breathless, pressed close in the smallest space possible. It's steamy, it's intense. It's intimate in the, is this even allowed on public TV cards? 6. Alchemy of Souls. Some kisses are cute, some are hot, but then there's that rare, once-in-a-series kind of kiss, the one that hits you like a full body spell. And in Alchemy of Souls, Season 2, that kiss? Oh, it was transcendental, magic, tragic. So intense, even Lee Jae-wook, our beloved Jang-uk, couldn't talk about it without blushing, literally. Set in a high-stakes fantasy world where martial arts clash with sorcery and souls jump from body to body like it's a Tuesday, Alchemy of Souls is already known for its bold storytelling. At the center of this magical storm is Jang-uk, a noble-born powerhouse prophesied to become king, and cursed with a love story that's anything but straightforward. In Season 1, he falls deeply for Naksu, a legendary assassin whose soul is trapped inside the body of a quiet, obedient maid named Muryok. Their love is complicated, secretive, and dripping with danger. Just as things start to blossom, heartbreak strikes. But then comes Season 2. Naksu returns, finally in her true form, played by the stunning Go Yoon-jung, and everything intensifies. Their chemistry, off the charts. Their history, heavy. Their emotional baggage, overweight limit exceeded. And all of it builds to that moment. By the time the big kiss lands, the audience is primed. 2 seasons of longing, 1,000 near misses, life or death stakes. And now, they're together. But for how long? The kiss is everything, intense, raw, and devastatingly romantic. It's not just lips meeting, it's souls colliding, promises breaking, and hearts holding on for dear life. There's a pause, a breath, a whisper of desperation, and then he nudges her against the wall. Game. Over. This wasn't just improvisation. No. In a behind-the-scenes interview, Lee Jae-wook admitted that the scene was so steamy, so emotionally loaded, his ears turned red during filming, and again when talking about it afterward. 7. The King, Eternal Monarch. The neck kiss that broke the internet. All right, let's dive into a kiss that had fans clutching their pearls, hitting rewind, and maybe even gasping out loud. We're talking about The King, Eternal Monarch, Episode 12. The scene that proved sometimes it's not just the lips you gotta watch. Yep, neck kisses are officially a whole vibe. This steamy moment stars 2 K-drama giants, Lee Min-ho as the regal, utterly swoon-worthy Emperor Lee Gon, and Kim Go-eun as the fearless detective Young Tae-ul. For those who need a quick refresher, Lee Gon rules a parallel kingdom, but somehow ends up crossing into modern Korea to stop all kinds of chaos threatening both worlds. Along the way, he falls hard for Tae-ul, a no-nonsense cop who is all about facts, zero about destiny, until destiny crashes the party. By episode 12, the slow burn romance is practically volcanic. Tae-ul notices a mysterious mark on her neck and jokes that it might be from one of their wild time-hopping adventures. She dares Lee Gon to check it out, half teasing, half daring. The Emperor's got that royal hesitation. But then Tae-ul drops a line that flips the whole mood, reminding him of the time he threatened to behead those who disobeyed him. Instead of inspecting the mark, Lee Gon goes rogue and leans in, capturing her neck in a kiss that's soft, slow, and dripping with intimacy. Fans? They lost their minds. And if you think that's it, oh no, the man knows how to turn up the heat. He follows up with a deeper, more passionate kiss on her lips and gently guides her down onto the bed. Royalty meets romance meets restraint, all in one breathtaking scene. What makes this kiss stand out is the chemistry between Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun. It's electric without being over the top, sexy without being tacky. It's like a perfectly brewed cup of tea, smooth, warm, and unforgettable. 8. Destined With You Rowoon plays a heartbreakingly handsome lawyer cursed by some seriously old-school magic, while Jo Bo Ah is the unsuspecting civil servant with the key to breaking his curse. The slow burn, it's real, it's delicious, and it's everything we crave. Now, these two do not mess around when it comes to kisses. Netflix even dropped a whole compilation because there were that many scenes making hearts race. But the moment that had everyone pressing rewind? Episode 15. Oh yes, it starts sweet and emotional, just the kind of tender you want from a couple who's been through the ringer. But then, bam, the kisses get deeper, more urgent, more desperate, and then, in a classic K-drama move, they accidentally knock off the light switch mid-makeout. Cue instant mood lighting, and guess what? The scene doesn't stop heating up there. Rowoon casually shrugs off his jacket. Bo Ah starts undoing his shirt buttons, and just like that, we're officially in steamy territory. 9. Lovely Runner. Okay, let's talk about the drama that owned 2024, Lovely Runner, and that kiss in episode 8 that absolutely sent the internet into a frenzy. But first, a quick refresher on why this moment meant so much. Lovely Runner centers around Im Sol, played by the amazing Kim Hee-yoon, who's a diehard fan mourning her favorite idol, Ryu Sun-jae, played by breakout star Byeon Woo-seok, after his tragic death. Then, plot twist. After an accident, Sol wakes up 15 years earlier with a chance to rewrite fate and save him. What starts as a mission slowly turns into something so much deeper. Sun-jae isn't just an idol. He's a boy who's been secretly in love with Sol for years, waiting for the right moment. Now, episode 8 is the moment where years of heartbreak and missed chances finally come crashing down. Sol breaks. She confesses she's liked him all along. Sun-jae stands there, tears in his eyes. This is what he's dreamed of for half his life. But just as she turns away, thinking it might still be too late, Sun-jae follows her. Then comes the magic moment. He steps close, leans in, and pauses. He doesn't rush. He really looks at her, waiting for her to make the first move. And Sool? She closes the gap and kisses him first. Fans went wild. The way Sun-jae waited, the way Sool took control, and that raw chemistry between the two. Pure fire. What really stole the show wasn't just the kiss, it was the pause before it. That silent trust, that emotional clarity, the respect shining through. 10. Melting Me Softly. Here's the rundown. Ji Chang-wook plays a star TV producer who signs up for this experimental cryogenic freezing project alongside Won Jin-ah's character, Go Mi-ran. The plan? Freeze them for just 24 hours. Sounds simple enough, right? Well, plot twist. They wake up 20 years later. And here's where it gets tricky. Their bodies can't handle temperatures above 33 degrees Celsius without risking death. Yup, romance just got a serious chill factor. Fast forward to episode 10 and the tension finally explodes. After all that slow burn chemistry and emotional buildup, they finally give in to the moment and kiss hard. But wait, once their temperatures start creeping up, panic mode kicks in. What's their brilliant solution? They sprint, fully clothed, into a freezing cold shower and keep kissing under the ice-cold water. It's wild, it's dramatic, and honestly, it's crazy intimate. Despite their lives technically being on the line, these two just can't stop. Talk about love that's worth melting for. 11th, King the Land That Kiss from episode 8 that totally blew up every social media feed out there. Why? Because it wasn't just sizzling hot. It brought something we need more of in K-dramas: real consent, genuine chemistry, and honest emotion. Lee Jun-ho plays Gu Won, the classic cold, sharp-tongued chaebol who's slowly but surely melting for Cheon Sarang, played by the ever-charming Yoona, a hotelier with a heart of gold. After so many episodes of slow burn tension, you know the type, glances, accidental touches, and that electric feeling in the air. Gu Wan finally invites Sarang over for a home-cooked dinner. But just as things start getting cozy, disaster strikes. A stove fire sets off the sprinklers, chaos ensues, and glass shatters. In the middle of all this madness, Gu Wan swoops in, lifting Sarang onto the kitchen counter to keep her safe. Soaked from the sprinklers, breathless, and locked in an intense stare, he drops the line that had everyone's hearts pounding. "Do I have permission?" Sarang's yes lights up the room, and what follows is a 2-minute kiss that sent fans into full-on frenzy mode. Junho brings the fire, Yoona delivers the heart, and their chemistry, off the charts. 12. Coffee Prince. If we're diving into the K-Drama Hall of Fame, there's no way we're skipping Coffee Prince, a show that didn't just age well, it aged like fine wine. While it didn't technically break the internet back in 2007, because Stan Twitter and TikTok weren't a thing yet, One Kiss from episode 16 has since made a legendary comeback. And trust us, fans are still not over it. Let's rewind for the uninitiated. Coffee Prince tells the story of Go Eun-chan, played by Yoon Yoon Hae, a scrappy, tomboyish woman who disguises herself as a man to score a job at a hip cafe. The cafe's owner, Choi Han-gyul, played by none other than Gong Yoo, a chaebol with serious commitment issues and even more serious charm. As Han-gyul slowly falls for Eun-chan while still thinking she's a man, we get a K-drama that bravely explores gender, identity, and love without boundaries. Now, episode 16 is where everything boils over. Eun-chan is preparing to study abroad, and she shows up at Han-gyul's apartment. The air is thick with tension. She's flustered, opening and closing the fridge just to cool off, nervously downing wine, fidgeting like her life depends on it. She doesn't want to leave, but she doesn't know how to stay. And then comes the line. Han-gyul, sensing what's about to happen, calmly warns her, "If you come back in, I won't be able to let you go." It's quiet, it's honest, and when Eun-chan steps back inside, game over. It's the kind of scene that lingers in your chest. Even years later, fans still talk about it like it just aired last night. Coffee Prince may be a classic, but this kiss, timeless. And that's our list of 12 unforgettable K-drama kiss scenes. Got one we missed? Drop it in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more K-drama chaos.